Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
Here at home, forecast is relatively quiet, right? We're seeing plenty of cloud cover. We may see some heating up over the next week or so. And in the Atlantic, there is a lot more going on. But let's start with our local forecast. The marine layer is just doing what the marine layer likes to do. It's making us cloudy. And because there's so much moisture in it, it's squeezing out a little bit of light drizzle over the coast. Today, temperatures overall are going to be cooler than normal. Beaches are going to have a really hard time seeing some sun. But fortunately, we're going to get sunnier tomorrow and then warmer over the next few days. But right now, it looks like this. This is a live look at La Jolla, but really this is what most of the coastline will look like right now. San Diego's at 66 degrees, seeing a pretty good spread of mid-60s along most of our coastal neighborhoods, and even for our inland neighborhoods, we're seeing more of those similar temperatures. Now, here's what I mean by stuff might stay cloudy. The computer models over the past few hours have gotten a little friendlier to the idea of stuff clearing out, especially in the North County. It's just going to take a long time for that to happen, so I can't promise total sunshine for many parts of the coastline within a couple miles of the water, but for the places that do see sun, it's going to take until potentially 1, 2, even 3 this afternoon. So pretty slow clearing of the marine layer. I count on the coast looking like this. Now our temperatures are going to be cool. San Diego gets a high of 71 for the day. Inland highs closer to 80 degrees, so 10, 11 degrees below normal for mid-August. Mountains looking at highs close to 80. Deserts will see more triple digits. And we're going to warm up in the middle towards the end of the week because of this area of high pressure. It's that heat dome weather pattern that's just going to warm us up by a few degrees, and then we're going to see monsoon moisture. We're going to get high humidity air coming in from Mexico that's going to make us feel humid, but it's also going to create a slight chance of thunderstorms only for the mountains and the deserts. More on that in just a second. But Hurricane Aaron, I won't talk about it. It's now become a Category 5. We got the alert just within the past few minutes, and rapid intensification, that term is almost an understatement for this. It went from a Category 1 yesterday to Category 5 less than 24 hours. Wind speeds right now at 160 miles per hour, and of course it creates a really dangerous situation for parts of the Caribbean because you have a potentially 4 to 6 inches of rainfall coming down to many places like Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. That's dangerous. You have the high wind speed, so you have the potential not only for wind damage, but also for major rain and for mudslides in the Caribbean. And at this point, because of how warm the ocean water is and how friendly all those tropical conditions are for this storm, looks like it could stay at Category 5 all the way through tomorrow morning, potentially into tomorrow afternoon. Then after that, it takes a turn. It takes a sharp turn to the northeast as it heads past the east coast of the U.S. Main impacts on the east coast are going to be on the water, so things like dangerous surf and rip currents. Fortunately, this storm is tracking far enough away from the east coast so that we're not worried about things like dangerous rain or dangerous wind associated with Hurricane Aaron. And then when I take a look at the excessive rainfall outlook, it stays pretty minimal. But again, the water could be a pretty dangerous place to be in the east coast, especially in the Carolinas. See how the coast pokes out in the Carolinas? That's going to create some pretty unsafe conditions next to the water. Now back to San Diego. Check out our 7-day forecast. Stuff is staying really nice. As I mentioned, a little better clearing of that marine layer tomorrow. Gradual warm up that's going to take San Diego close to 80 degrees once we get to Thursday. Forecasting a high of 79 for Friday. That's just for the coast. Then for our inland neighborhoods, they're really going to warm up to being under 80 for today in a lot of spots, to reaching up to as high as 92 for Friday. So hot and humid. Into the mountains, a slight chance of thunderstorms. Could bring some quick showers, sure, but there is a risk of dry lightning. We really need to watch out for that because of the risk of wildfire that's going to come with it if there's not a lot of rainfall going near that lightning. And then there's the deserts. All the same stuff is true. They're really going to heat up from 105 today to 114 on Friday. So we have changes coming our way, but at the very least here at home, we are not dealing with a hurricane.